Hi everyone, don't forget to subscribe, like and share my channel. That will help me to create more such videos in future. So in last few videos we have covered various fuzzer like AFL, honk fuzz, WinAFL, etc. And we have seen how do we fuzz some simple C program, as well as we have seen how do we fuzz some complex program using all these fuzzers. And so there is a very interesting topic which I wanted to cover in today's video, and that is how do you do black box fuzzing. So basically when you want to fuzz a program on particularly on Linux, you generally have the source code of that program, but there are many instances where you don't have the source code. And so how do you fuzz that? So there is a very interesting approach which has been taken by AFL. So for that we can use a software called QEMU, and AFL has support for that. But before you use that mode in AFL, you need to compile and install. So first we will see how do we compile AFL QEMU mode, how can we compile that thing, and then we will see how do we use that. So again we will use our simple damn vulnerable C program. For this example we will compile it and then we will fuzz it using AFL. So I hope that you know how do we install AFL on the system. If you don't, then I will suggest you to go to my channel, look for how do we install AFL on Linux based system, and that will give you a idea of how do we install AFL on the system. So I am assuming that you at least have AFL installed on your system for this video, and if you don't have, then please follow my previous previous videos for that. Now what we can do is that we need to go to the AFL directory. So if you do a ls command over here, you will see that it has a folder name QEMU mode, something like this over here. So if you go to that folder, you see it has one build script, that is one shell script, that is build QEMU support.sh, and then it has some patches over here. So right now first thing you need to do is that you simply need to run this build QEMU support.sh script, and when you run that it may give you some error. So let's try and run that as it is, and we will figure out if there is any error which comes over here. So I'm stopping the video now because it will take some time. I will start it again once this script finishes the execution, or if there is any error over here. So you can see that I'm getting a very simple error over here, that is a permission deny error over here. So I probably need to run it as a sudo, but you may also get some different errors, like there are some dependency errors. So generally I found that there are 3 dependencies which you need to install, and one of them is libtool bin. So for that you can run this command, that is sudo apt install libtool bin, and it will install that dependency. The second dependency it can complain is about the bison. So you can use this command, that is sudo apt install bison. It will install that dependency. And the third dependency it will complain is about libglib2. So you can run this command, that is sudo apt install libglib2.0-tail. So this 3 dependency you need to compile QEMU, AFL QEMU mode. And apart from that, there will be some error where you try to unzip this downloaded file. I will probably show you the source code of this script, that will make it easier. So I will just do cd QEMU mode pi build QEMU. So let's go through the source code. This is the best way to understand any program. So you can see that this is a very simple bash script, and it actually has a QEMU version, that is 2.10.0. There is a QEMU download URL from QEMU project, and there is a SHA-384 checksum over here. So what the script does is that it downloads this specific QEMU version, and then it applies some patches to that so that it works with the AFL. So as you can see that it performs some basic sanity checks over here. It checks if it's Linux OS or not. Then it checks for some patches files, some patch files, which actually modifies the QEMU code over here. Then it also checks for AFL show map. So basically you need to compile AFL first and you need to get it installed, then only you can use AFL QEMU code over here. And then here are the dependencies I was talking about. So it checks for couple of dependencies, that is you can see it over here: libtool, wget, python, automake, autoconf, sha384, pison, icon, etc. If it doesn't find these dependencies, then it will exit. So you need to install those dependencies. It also checks for glib2 over here, as I mentioned, so you can install that. And it also checks for AFL GCC or AFL CLang compiler over here. And once all the check passed, it basically downloads the QEMU using it uses wget to download that archive file. It checks for the particular checksum. If checksum matches, then only it will proceed, or not, then it will uncompress the archive. So in my case, I found one issue while it was uncompressing the archive file, and there was some error. So I did some Google search, and what I found is that you need to modify this file a bit, and basically you need to exclude one file. So you can add this to your build QEMU support.sh file, that is exclude this particular file kconfig over here, otherwise you will get some error. So this command, this change patch file, etc., I will be mentioning in my GitHub repo and in the description section of this video, so that you can go through that. And then it will simply apply some patches which are needed for the AFL, and then it will build a QEMU. So once the QEMU has been done, it will copy some file like AFL QEMU trace and other file to particular directory, and it will do some sanity testing that instrumentation is working or not. And yeah, in the end you will get a message whether instrumentation test passed or not. If it is passed, then good, congrats, you can use AFL in QEMU mode to first black box binaries where you don't have any source code. If not, then you might need to do some troubleshooting. So in this video, I'm going to talk about most of the troubleshooting steps I have faced myself. One of that was while uncompressing the archive, you need to exclude one file. Then there are some dependencies issues, and then I found that there are some issues with the QEMU code. You need to make some changes. So I ended up creating one patch file for that. I will also upload this patch file to my GitHub repo. By mistake I named it as a path, but it should be a patch file anyway. So you can see it's a minor change. Basically you need to change a static type name to simply type name, and static int to simply int, and that way it can work out, or vice versa. So I will be sharing this file, and once you do, you can simply run this /build QEMU with sudo, and it should work perfectly fine. If you face any issue, probably you can do some googling, or you can post your error in the comments of my YouTube video, or you can ping me on the Twitter as well. But this should work. So the issue with this is that every time you run this script, it actually downloads the QEMU from the internet, it uncompresses that, and then it applies the patch, and then it will compile. So it takes few minutes, and you need to wait. So I'm stopping the video right now, and I will start it again once the compilation has been successful. Okay, so I have run this build QEMU support.sh shell script, and I have this htop open over here just to check when build process finishes, and just to check the status over here. So we need to wait for some time, and once it is compiled and installed on the system, I will show you how do we fuzz our DAM vulnerable C program using KMO. So for that we will simply compile that, and we'll assume that we don't have any source code, and we'll simply fuzz that, and we'll see if we can get some crashes. So I'm stopping the recording again because this is going to take few minutes at least on my system. So I will start it again after some time. As you can see, it is still compiling. We need to wait for a few more minutes since it compiles KMO. That is very heavy on the system, so let's just wait. And you may get some error during the compilation. There is some static variable error, so I have created one patch file as I have shown. So you can use that file. You can patch your KMO if you are not able to compile that using that error, and it should work. So finally you can see that the build has been successful, and it gives a message that successfully created AFL KMO trace, testing the build, instrumentation test passed, and all set. You can now use the -q mode in AFL Fuzz. So basically now our build has been successful. We can simply go to our AFL directory, do a make install, and that's it. So I will show you how do we fuzz our DAM vulnerable C program using KMO mode. So first, for that I will simply go to that directory, and I will show you the source code for that. So here it is. So this is a vulnerable C program we have been using during the our entire fuzzing video series, and it contains a lot of vulnerable conditions like this. I will probably close the left window, and so that we can actually see it in a better way over here. So yeah, so this is the DAM vulnerable C program. It contains a lot of vulnerabilities like out of boundary, right, divide by zero, memory leaks, integer overflow, use after free, double free, etc. So if you want to know more about this program, you can actually go to the source code. You can go to my previous videos, go to my GitHub repo, and you can check that out. So let's compile that. And one thing to notice over here is that for KMO mode you cannot use any of the sanitizers like ASIN or AMSAN, because that is not compatible with KMO, and you will not be able to fuzz. Basically your AFL first process will not work if you compile your binary using address sanitizer. That is the precaution you need to take care while you're using KMO mode. That can affect your bug finding abilities, because if you use ASIN or AMSAN, you can easily find various bugs, but if you are not using that, that will somehow limit your bug finding capabilities of your fuzzer. So that is something. There is a drawback. There are some tools from AFL plus author, I guess. You can try that, and you can see if that works. But for this example we will simply use GCC. So you don't need to use AFL fuzz over here, because our assumption is that we are doing a black box fuzzing, so we don't have the source code, but in this case we have the source code. So I'm just going to compile that. We will not be instrumenting it using AFL, so I will rename it as image read KMO. And you can see that our file has been compiled, and I will show you some input files. So input file is in let's see what does it contains. I actually have in queue, and we'll see it has one.img. So it simply contains one img tag. That's all it contains. And now let's fuzz it. So we can simply use AFL fuzz, our standard parameters, image read KMO, and here we need to give one extra flag because we want to use KMO instrumentation. So that will be dash q or hyphen q as you call it, and our input directory, our output directory, let's suffix it with q. And is not needed over here because we have not compiled it using asyn. And let's see. So yeah, you can see that it started working, and it started fuzzing our binary, and it should be able to find few crashes in some time. Let's wait and see how much time it takes. Yeah, so you can see that it started finding crashes over here. So this is how you can compile and install AFL Camo mode. This is how you can fuzz the binaries for which you don't have any source code using Camo. I hope that you find this videos useful. Please do like, subscribe and share my channel. That will help me to create more such videos. Also, if you have any comment or suggestion, or if you want to have some video on a particular topic, feel free to leave in the comment section of this YouTube video. I will try to create that video on that particular topic. So I'm going to cancel my AFL fuzz here, and will simply try to replicate one crash here. So let's see, Camo out q and crashes id, we'll see, let's say 0. And so you can see that we are getting a segmentation fault code dump over here. We can also try second file. Let's see. You can again see that we are getting segmentation fault. So this is how you fuzz your binary using Camo in using AFL. Thank you everyone, and till the next video, goodbye. Stay safe. Bye.